2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. 5 years have gone by and you're still trying to change. But there's a solution to this that you've never thought of. You're dealing with something called analysis paralysis and action contrast. The reason you struggle with analysis paralysis is because knowledge is everywhere, and you're trying to learn it all. And that works right into action contrast, which is doing something that I like to call learning the curriculum before enrollment. And this is the easiest way to understand that. If you were going to be a doctor, would you try to learn the entire curriculum before you enrolled in the school? The answer is obviously not. And this is because someone becomes a doctor by learning with action. That is how the human brain is designed to work. You could watch videos about being a surgeon for the next 60 years, but if you actually go try to perform surgery, you wouldn't know how to do it. But then the question is, why do people do this with their business and their life? It's because you are being constantly programmed to think that you need knowledge before you actually start. The best way to get out of this cycle is to reprogram your subconscious mind. I have other videos on my page that describe how to do that. You need to understand millionaire math. And I promise you, if somebody would have told me this while I was a senior in high school, I would have been a millionaire before my first year in college. Number one is you have to disconnect your revenue generation from time, because that is exactly how they get us. They try to anchor your revenue generation with time, and they do that in the form of dollars per hour. The reason we need to do this is because your time is forever limited, and we want to be able to make unlimited wealth. And honestly, if you don't have that mindset, I don't have the time in this video to convince you. So you're gonna need a product. It needs to be something that you can build once and sell unlimited times. And yes, you're gonna have to put time into building something the first time, but you're not gonna have to build it every time somebody buys it. We're gonna reverse engineer this from $1 million, because this is literally 10 years of income for the average American. All you would need to do is get 50,000 customers for something that costs $20. For the sake of this video, we're gonna say that the product is an ebook, so it hits the target of build once, sell unlimited times. And the first question that hits everybody's mind is, I don't know how to get 50,000 customers. And I like this quote that says, if you ask disempowering questions, you cannot find empowering answers. So instead of saying, I don't know how to get 50,000 customers, you need to start asking how you're going to get 50,000 customers. And here's where some serious millionaire math comes into play. If 50,000 sounds like too big of a number, all you have to do is this. Add 1 0 to the 20. You need to understand the 50th law. This is written by the same author as the 48 Laws of Power, and it allows you to never overthink again. When your brain is thinking, it's either using fear or confidence. Whichever one you choose is the way that your brain is going to act. This breakdown is important because it's going to show you how to negate fear and choose confidence every time. When you choose fear, the reality that you desire is paralyzed. When you choose confidence, the reality that you desire is liberated. So most people would think that you need to practice being confident, but in the 50th law, it teaches that you need to wield fear. The effect of wielding fear is what grants you freedom, and this is what allows you to have an empowered mind. Instead of saying, I don't know how to do something, the empowered mind will allow you to ask, how will I do something? Now let's put this into practice. What you need to start with is writing down your fears. And you need to actually dig deep when you're doing this. I'm not talking about being afraid of spiders and heights and things like that. I'm talking about things that are deeper failures. Things like not achieving the life that you actually dream of. Disappointing your parents and not being able to retire them. These types of questions. One of the simplest ways to overcome these fears is to read them daily. This is what's going to allow you to become self-reliant and set your own frequency, which I have other videos on my page that describe how to do that.